Good morning. Welcome to morning meditations today. I'm just filling in for Pastor. Looking at Proverbs 23 today. And just what I was reading this morning, Proverbs 23. Just a couple truths here. Verse 4 says, Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, they fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Eat not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he, but his heart is not with thee. And there's some truth about riches and about wealth today. It says, labor not to be rich, and cease from thine own wisdom. A lot of the wisdom of this world today is all about what would make you successful, what would help you get ahead, what would give you what you actually want in this life. And the Bible says don't labor for that. Don't labor for this world's wisdom on how to be satisfied and wealthy in your own life. That's not something worth laboring about. And it goes on to talk about, compare it to the dainty meats and just things that we crave and desire and look forward to, that those that have status and wealth in this world have. And don't desire that. Don't be envious of that. Don't labor and spend your time thinking of those things. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. And the Bible says, those that have those things oftentimes and work for those things, that's all that's in their heart. That's all that they desire. And that's not how we ought to live our life. Let's go down to verse 10. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. For their Redeemer is mighty, and he shall plead their cause with thee. And here we see it says, don't go into the field of the fatherless. Don't remove the old landmark. And this is here talking about respecting and taking care of those that are less well off and those that would be less fortunate, the fatherless here, and orphans. And the Bible is talking about, don't remove that landmark. Don't cheat them. Don't be trying to get things from them and cheat them and steal from them and take advantage of those less fortunate than you or those in a less desirable spot. Every decision we make as a Christian should not be something that is calculated just for our best maximum benefit, regardless of what the rest of the world, how it affects them. That's not how we're to do our business. That's not how we're to process our decisions, and that's not the wisdom that we're to have. Just whatever gets us ahead in this world. That is not the mindset we're to have. Let's go down to just a couple more verses, we'll be done. Go down to verse 20. Be not among winebibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe the man with rags. And there we see again just those that are partying. It's a little bit different. Look, those that want to spend their life living well off and partying with food and drink, and the Bible calls them the wine bibbers and the riotous eater. Those that want to live their life that way, they're going to be, poverty comes upon them. It comes just like a drowsiness and sleepiness. The Bible says it's just there. And oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes people that, not people that just are poor by this world's standards, but people that literally can't make their ends meet and find themselves in just terrible situations financially. Sometimes it's because they've spent a good part of their life either seeking after wealth and riches, or they've spent it seeking after pleasure and seeking after the partying and the fun lifestyle, and whatever they want, they give into it. And the Bible says that's how poverty comes. It comes like drowsiness, and it comes with the partying. And again, a Christian, that's not the life that we're to have. And so just to end it off, I'm reminded there, verse 5, Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, and they fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Riches are something you're always going to be pursuing. If you try to chase them, it's like they have wings. They can just fly away, and from this side of eternity till our death, you could spend your entire life seeking riches and chasing after riches, and you'll still be chasing them. And that is a futile and endless pursuit, and not something that a Christian should spend their time on. Riches aren't wrong. They're not evil. They can be useful. But we are not to pursue that as our means and as our goal in life. And that is not God's way. And so just some wisdom from this book of Proverbs 23. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.